Gregory Bovino, el jefe de la patrulla fronteriza, es sentado en el banco de los acusados y es cuestionado por un juez federal, el cual le hace una serie de preguntas donde él tiene que responder bajo juramento que está hablando la verdad y solamente la verdad. El juez dijo de que había encontrado a Gregory Bovino que había mentido al tratar de justificar el uso excesivo de la fuerza usando gases lacrimógenos cuando no había necesidad de hacerlo. Mi nombre es Gregory Bovino. ¿Cuál es su posición? Jefe de la patrulla fronteriza. ¿Dónde trabaja? ¿Y cuál es su trabajo? Trabajo en la patrulla fronteriza de Estados Unidos. ¿Cuál es su labor en los operativos?
What is your role in Operation Midway Blitz?
Objective form lacks foundation.
I'm the commander
Soy el
of
que comanda
Operation
la mitad del
Midway
camino.
Blitz, Customs and Border Protection Assets.
Does that mean there are other, you listed some other agencies earlier in my questioning that you know to be also involved in Operation Midway Blitz, specifically the FBI, the DEA, ATF, and ICE. Can we agree that federal agents from those agencies are also participating in Operation Midway Blitz?
Yes.
Do you, with respect to the federal agents from those agencies that I just listed, do you have any command responsibility?
Objective.
I have command responsibility of all assets under me for Operation Midway Blitz that are assigned to Customs and Border Protection.
Okay. Asked you who your direct reports are.
Yes.
Do you understand that question?
Yes,
Can you answer it, please?
I did.
Okay. So, how many direct reports do you have?
Same objection lacks foundation.
There are approximately 220 agents doing Customs and Border Protection.
And do they all report directly to you?
Yes.
To whom do you report in regards to Operation Midway Blitz?
Secretary Christino.
And you are a direct report to the Secretary?
Yes.
First question for you, sir, is that you in the video, and did you say these things to the agents under your command on June 7 in Los Angeles?
That appears to be me, and it appears to be what I said there on sometime. I don't know what the date of that was.
Do you recall saying those things?
I don't recall everything. I don't recall everything. No.
But you have no doubt that you said that.
I believe that I said what was on the video there.
All right. So the instruction that you gave to your officers was that they had full reign to arrest anyone who so much as touched them. That, in essence, was what you said to the officers, right?
No.
Should we interpret you as saying something different?
I don't know how you want to interpret me, but that's not what I said.
Okay. Well, is that what you meant?
No.
What did you mean?
When someone impedes, delays, obstructs, or assaults a federal officer, then those Border Patrol agents have a right to and should arrest them.
If they touch the agent, right? Those are your words.
Objective form
Anybody
is
touches you, you can arrest them.
Yes. Yes.
Now, does that statement, anybody who touches you, you can arrest, does that apply in Chicago equally as it did in Los Angeles?
objective form mischaracterizes the testimony.
As I said in there, it touches you legally, ethically, and morally. It applies anywhere.
Okay, including here in Chicago.
Yeah, legally, ethically, and morally, yes.
Okay. I'm marking next for identification as Exhibit 5. A transcript of an interview that you gave to a local reporter here in Chicago who works for the local CBS News affiliate. And I'll hand it to you and a copy to your counsel. Got an extra one.
Thank you.
I'd love to get rid of. What we did, Mr. Bovino, is we took the television recording and we employed a court reporter like Megan here to listen to it and make a transcript. So I'm hoping we can agree that this is a reliable record of what you said in response to the questions you were asked. Take a minute to look at the transcript and I'll have some questions for you about it. It's quite short.
Quick question for you, counsel. Is this the complete, is this a transcript of the complete interview?
This is a transcript of the portion of a news segment in which Nicole Sagana interviewed
It's not the entire
Mr.
interview.
Bovino. It is the entirety of that portion that aired. So I'm sure she asked you other questions, Mr. Bovino, but this is what we were able to see on the news.
I'm just gonna, you can use, obviously ask your question, but I have a standing objection to the fact that this is, on the basis that this is an incomplete report. You can answer to the extent you remember any of this.
Let me know, just look at me when you're ready for me to ask you questions. Is that?
I just looked at you.
Okay. One of the things that you say is that you have seen a number of uses of force in the Chicagoland area over the course of Midway Blitz, right?
In this, I said that? No, I didn't say that there.
I'm asking you a question, sir. It's just a simple question. You have seen a number of uses of force over the course of your time here in the Chicago area, correct?
I have seen use of force
And
here.
you have participated
Let him
in
finish,
uses of
please.
force, correct?
I have what? I have what?
Participated in uses of force.
I have used force
Right.
here in Chicago.
Okay. I'm going to just read the entirety of your answer to a question that the reporter asks you about whether the uses of force have been proper. Here's what you say, and I'm quoting from the exhibit, page 3, lines 10 to 17. The use of force that I've seen, Nicole, and I've been here at the Broadview facility during some of those riots in which extremists and others did attack federal law enforcement agents. And the use of force that I've seen has been exemplary. And by exemplary, I would say the least amount of force necessary to accomplish the mission. Do you recall saying that to Ms. Sanka?
Yes.
And is that true?
Yes.
Okay, now we have progressed, in time, several weeks past the date of this interview. If I were to ask you today, is it true that all of the uses of force that you are aware of, that you or any other federal agent has applied in the course of Midway Blitz, has, in your judgment, been quote unquote exemplary? Would that still be the case, sir?
Objective form. Can you represent a date for this?
I cannot. I don't know exactly what date it is. It's when stuff was hot and heavy at Broadview. Could you answer my question, sir?
Repeat the question, please,
Yeah,
again.
sure. If I'm asking you today about Operation Midway Blitz, is it still true that, in your judgment, every use of force that you've seen has been exemplary, meaning the least amount of force necessary to accomplish the mission? Is that still true today?
Objective form mischaracterizes the testimony and the report.
No.
Okay. Have there been uses of force that have been less than proper?
No, all uses of force have been more than exemplary.
I see. So they have been actually, what would be the word?
More than exemplary.
Have been more than exemplary. Okay. Now, you were asked a question here about whether it's okay to fire less lethal munitions from an elevation. You see at the bottom of page 3, the reporter asks you, firing from elevation is within DH policy. And that's a question that's posed to you. And your answer, beginning at line 23 on that page, is it doesn't matter where you fire from. An elevation is not a violation of policy. That is a less lethal device for area saturation. Absolutely, you bet. Did you say that?
Yes.
And is that accurate? Is that true under DHS policy?
That is true.
And do you instruct the agents under your command who are firing from elevation that firing from elevation is not a violation of policy? It's absolutely okay to do so.
I have not instructed anyone. I'm not an instructor.
Okay. Well, you supervise, right?
I am a supervisor.
Supervisor. Have you ever taken any agent under your command aside and said, I see you firing pepper balls from a rooftop or other elevation, that is a violation of policy, you shouldn't do that?
I've never said that.
When there's another question about aiming pepper balls above the waist. You're asked if aiming pepper balls above the waist is within policy. Do you see where I am now on page 4, line 2?
Yes.
Your answer is, and I quote, "It can be. If someone strays into a pepper ball, then that's on them. Don't protest and don't trespass." Did you say that?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask you my question again. Are you saying, in essence, that if somebody doesn't want to be hit by a pepper ball fired at them above their waist, the solution for that person is not to protest? Is that the message you were attempting to deliver by what you said?
Same objection.
No.
What are you trying to say?
Pepper balls can be fired above the waist. I said it can be, and pepper balls can be fired above the waist.
What about if it hits a person who's lawfully protesting? Is that a problem for you?
I'm not, that's situationally specific. I don't know.
Could be a problem, might not be a problem.
I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on something that I've not seen with my own eyes.
Okay. But the solution to the problem, according to you, is just don't come out and protest, and then you're not going to get hit by a pepper ball that you might stray into the way of. Isn't that what you're saying?
Objective form.
No.
How am I misinterpreting what you're saying?
It says don't protest and don't trespass. Those are both mutually inclusive. Protest and trespass they're not mutually exclusive. Therefore, protesting and trespassing places that into a category where area saturation with the pepper ball is within policy.
Okay. Now, you remember there was a Protestant clergyman by the name of David Black, who is actually one of the plaintiffs in our case. Do you remember the man's name?
No.
Do you recall? Let's assume, and I realize you can't tell from the pictures, but let's assume hypothetically that federal agents are striking, you've seen the video, striking Reverend Black with pepper balls that are being fired from the top of the ICE facility. Okay, just assume that with me. And that Reverend Black is standing where he's standing, his arms are outstretched, and he's saying something that we can't hear. Do you have my assumptions in mind?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay. In that circumstance, assuming that everything I said is true, is the use of force that is shown in the video and in these photographs in terms of the striking of the pepper balls, is that exemplary?
Objective form calls for speculation, called in a hypothetical.
I won't make a decision on a hypothetical situation, a situation that either I'm not involved in nor do I have any direct knowledge of. I don't know.
Okay. So you are not willing to say that that's an exemplary use of force?
I'm
right?
I'm unable to comment on that use of force.
Okay. How about better than exemplary? Is that a better than exemplary use of force?
Same objection.
I'm unable to comment on what that use of force is or anything else. I was not there.
Next question. As the commander of the agents on the ground in Operation Midway Blitz, can you look me in the eye and acknowledge that the use of force applied against Reverend Black that is depicted in the video and in these photographs is unacceptable and inappropriate and should not have happened? Can you tell me that?
Objective form.
I can tell you that,
Objective form, same objections.
I can tell you that I don't know what the use of force was here, and I can't make a judgment either way because I don't know.
Can you? All right, so Mr. Bovino, you've had an opportunity to look at the video. Do you see yourself?
I did see myself.
Okay. Do you recall the events that are depicted in the video?
I remember the events that took place in the video.
Okay. There is an older gentleman who exchanges words with you, right?
It appears, yes.
Yes. And in the beginning of that video clip, he is expressing his disagreement with your presence in Chicago, and he doesn't like the fact that you are instructing him to move down, right?
No.
I mean, am I right or wrong?
You're wrong.
Okay. What do you think he's doing?
That individual is failing to follow instructions to vacate the area.
I see. Now, the area in question is behind a guardrail, right?
There was a cement barrier. There's not a guardrail.
All right. It is behind a barrier of some stripe or another, right?
It appears so.
Yes. He is standing behind that barrier, right?
It appears so.
And your decision at the time was that you did not want anybody standing behind that barrier speaking or being present in any way, and you instructed them all to leave, right?
Objective form, video speaks for itself.
No.
Not true. Did you see on the video that tell you this older gentleman is named Scott Blackburn? This gentleman turned to comply with your directions, and he also expressed vulgarity and obscenity in your direction as he was complying, right?
Objective form.
No.
That didn't happen. You didn't see that on the video.
I didn't see what you said.
Right. And then you got over the barrier, tackled this man to the ground, and arrested him, right?
No.
Did you not tackle him?
No.
Okay. So if somebody were watching that video and thought that you tackled the older gentleman whose name is Scott Blackburn, you'd say, don't believe your lying eyes. That's not what happens on the video.
I wouldn't say that.
Would you say that that is not what's depicted on the video?
I wouldn't say that either.
Well, do you acknowledge that you're tackling Mr. Blackburn on this video?
No.
Okay. What do you think you're doing to Mr. Blackburn?
I'm imploring Mr. Blackburn, or whoever that individual was, to comply with leaving the area and to comply with instructions.
Okay. Are you making physical contact with him?
There was physical contact.
Are you applying force?
At that point, no.
Did you at any point in this video apply any force against Mr. Blackburn?
No.
Okay. So if somebody thought that you were applying force against Mr. Blackburn, they'd be sadly mistaken.
Yes.
Okay. Do you acknowledge that there were any uses of force that were applied against either of these individuals on that morning, as shown in the video?
I see no reportable uses of force.
Pardon me?
I see no reportable uses of force.
When you say reportable uses of force, what do you mean?
A use of force that would be reported.
Yes, and what uses of force would be reported?
Such as a pepper ball launch, or less lethal, or open-handed strikes, deadly force, shooting, something like that. Anything that is a reportable use of force. An arrest is not.
All right. So do you acknowledge, I mean, I don't want to play word games with you, okay? Do you acknowledge that force can be applied in the course of an arrest?
It's
Just
possible.
as a general matter,
It's possible.
it's possible. Sometimes there's no need to apply force, and force is not applied in an arrest, right?
It's possible.
And sometimes it is necessary to apply force to effectuate an arrest in your experience, correct?
It can happen that way.
And you have been trained that that is the case, right?
Yes.
And you train, or when you're supervising officers, that is your shared understanding, that sometimes arrests will require the application of force.
It's possible.
Now, these two arrests, will you agree, skip reportable, will you agree that physical force was applied to these two individuals in the course of arresting them?
I will not agree to that.
Can you explain why you won't agree to that?
That's not a reportable use of force. The use of force was against me.
I see. So, do you remember when the secretary came out to give everybody some encouragement and to define the scope of the mission?
I remember when the secretary came out.
And you were present when she said the things that are recorded in that video clip, correct?
Yes.
And you agreed with them?
In the video, did I agree with that?
Yes, what
I
she
said
said.
yes, ma'am.
Did you agree with what she said?
I agreed in the video.
And do you agree today?
Yes.
Do you agree that as part of your mission in the Northern District of Illinois, it is necessary, it is your mission to go hard against those who are advocating for violence?
Yes.
Do you agree that people who are advocating for violence by the way that they talk and the way that they speak and who they are associated with, that those people need to face consequences? Do you agree with that?
Objective form.
I don't agree.
what's wrong with what I just said?
I don't agree with what you say.
Why not?
I think that I don't really understand who you're talking about or exactly what you're talking about when you say that they advocate violence with other people. It's very confusing.
So here's what the secretary says. She says, today when we leave here, we're going to go hard. We're going to hammer these guys that are advocating for violence against the American people. What they are doing is advocating to harm not just you and your colleagues, but your families. And they're doxing your identities and victimizing people every day by the way that they're talking, speaking, who they're affiliated with, who they're funded with, and what they're talking about as far as consequences for what we're doing by protecting this country. Do you agree with the sentiments that the secretary is expressing in what I just read?
Yes.
And do you agree that your mission is to follow the secretary's instruction to go hard at people who are advocating for violence against you, your officers, and their families?
Yes.
You agree that it is your mission to go after them hard for those things that they are talking about, saying, speaking, who they're affiliated and who they're funded with, as the secretary says. You agree with that, right?
Object.
Do you need my question back?
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree with what the secretary is saying here, that your mission as commander of Operation Midway Blitz is to go hard against people who are advocating for violence against you, your officers, their families, and so forth, in what they are talking, in the way that they are speaking, in who they're affiliated with and who they're funded with, and who are talking about consequences for what you are doing by protecting your country? Do you agree with the secretary that that is part of your mission?
Same objection.
I agree that, with the secretary that we're going to hammer people that advocate for violence.
Okay. Mr. Bovino,
Recording in progress.
here we go. So, Mr. Bovino, my question for you when I decided we needed to take a break a few minutes ago was this. Have you communicated to the officers under your command that part of their responsibilities, not everyone, but part of their responsibilities is to hammer guys who are advocating for violence against the American people?
I have instructed my officers that when threats are made, which is advocacy of violence threats against law enforcement officers are made, that they are that is arrestable.
Okay. Have you instructed your officers that they should go hard against people for the way that they're talking, speaking, who they're affiliated with, and who they're funded with?
Objective.
I've told my officers to go hard against people that are advocating threats, violent, those in the form of threats.